Europe is a diverse and culturally rich continent, offering travelers a vast array of destinations to choose from. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or an adventurer, there's something for everyone in Europe. In this video, we will be exploring the top 15 must-visit destinations in Europe, each with its unique charm and appeal. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the best of what Europe has to offer. Number 15. Moscow. The center of Eastern Europe and Russia is Moscow, the country's city for almost 900 years. As a result, this historic metropolis has a lot to offer tourists, since many of the major sites in the city are located around Red Square, which dates back to the 15th century. Let's commence there. The Kremlin, a former fortress that now contains museums in the head of the Russian Federation, is a prominent landmark. The iconic St. Basil's Cathedral, now a museum, is on one side of the plaza, and Lenin's tomb is in the center. Number 14. Monte Carlo. If you're into glitz and glamour, look no further than Monte Carlo, the major city in the tiny Principality of Monaco. Monaco has always been known for these qualities, which reached new heights when its prince made Grace Kelly his princess. Sitting on the shores of the Mediterranean, Monte Carlo is known for fast car races and its elite casino. Take a walk along the harbor to see yachts, some as big as ships, that belong to the rich and famous. Number 13. Alhambra. One of Spain's architectural marvels is the Alhambra. It is a stunning palace fortress compound located in the province of Andalusia in southern Spain's city of Granada. Although it was constructed on the remains of a former Roman stronghold, this impressive complex was initially built as a small fortress in the late 9th century. It is the location where Columbus received the green light to explore the New World after being seized by Christian authorities. Seeing how different architectural types have merged over the years is stunning. Great art and beautiful landscapes can be found everywhere. Number 12. Florence. If it weren't for Florence, the Renaissance might not have happened. Florence is generally credited with bringing Europe out of the Dark Ages with great artists like Michelangelo. You can see their works at the Uffizi, Florence's greatest gallery, or the Accademia that displays the original David. Eat a gelato while strolling the Ponte Vecchio that bridges the Arno River. Ogle the over-the-top riches of the Medici family at the Pitti Palace. Marvel at the early engineering that created the Great Duomo. This is Florence at its best. Number 11. London. English history buffs will have a field day in London. This city on the Thames is chock full of palaces, from Buckingham Palace to Hampton Court Palace. More a prison than a palace, the Tower of London is home to the royal jewels. And from Knightsbridge, don't forget to visit the magnificent food halls at Harrods. To Carnaby Street, the shopping is awesome. You can get around London quickly and efficiently by riding the famous tube. Be sure to mind the gap. Number 10. Neuschwanstein Castle. The Bavarian Alps Neuschwanstein Castle is appropriately described as a fairy tale castle by the phrase. Some claim that Neuschwanstein motivated the castle in Disney's Sleeping Beauty because this Romanesque revival castle from the 19th century appears as though it has just appeared in a fairy tale. King Ludwig II of Bavaria constructed the palace as a getaway because he thought it romanticized the Middle Ages. The white limestone that can be seen from a distance was added after the brick foundation of the fortress was covered in rock. Number 9. Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a pleasant city marked with meandering canals lined with tall, narrow row houses. It is the city where Anne Frank kept her famous diary, so visiting the house where she wrote is a must. This Venice of the North also is a city of great art, beginning with the Rijksmuseum, home to great European masterpieces, Rembrandt's house, and the more modern Van Gogh Museum. Take a break from sightseeing to tour and sample Holland's beer at the Heineken Brewery. Number 8. Prague. Prague is regarded as one of the top tourist destinations in Europe, despite its long past of conflict and devastation. Prague has a very lovely old town that is worth more than a few hours of your time despite the destruction brought on by World War II. Walking in Prague is a pleasure as you stroll past Prague Castle, through the Jewish Quarter, past St. Vitus Cathedral, and across the Charles Bridge, thanks to the city's numerous pedestrian zones. The new town neighborhood's Wenceslas Square buzzes with a thriving nightlife and amusement scene. Before we move on, support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Now let's get back to our topic. Number 7. Istanbul. Istanbul may be on the outer fringes of Europe, but will worth a visit when you're traveling abroad. Turkey's biggest city is a fascinating place, filled with rich history, colorful markets, and mosques. Top attractions include the Bosphorus that separates Europe and Asia, the ecumenical Hagia Sophia that's been a Greek Orthodox Christian basilica, then an imperial mosque and now a museum, and the 15th century Takapi Palace, also a museum today. Get in a little shopping at the Grand Bazaar that's been in operation since 1461. Number 6. Geiranger Fjord. If the summertime heat in Europe is getting to you, consider traveling to Norway for its stunning landscape. The 15 kilometers (9.3 miles) long Geiranger Fjord has crystal blue waters fed by beautiful cascading cascades. Take a sightseeing journey through the fjord on a car ferry, passing by the settlements along the shore. Watch out for the Seven Sisters and Suder waterfalls, which got their names from the tale that states he is courting the sisters. Check out Bridal Veil as well. In the proper lighting, it resembles a thin veil enveloping the rocks. Number 5. Barcelona. Founded by the Romans, Barcelona today is a bustling city on the Mediterranean Sea. As the capital of Catalonia, it is a powerhouse in the region. It is perhaps best known for the unusual buildings designed by the architect Antoni Gaudí. These landmark structures include La Sagrada Familia, a church that's been under construction since 1892. You could build your entire visit around his buildings, but then you'd miss out on other Barcelona delights, such as La Rambla, a popular pedestrian street in the central part of the city. Number 4. Dubrovnik. As European cities go, Dubrovnik isn't very big, but don't let its size deter you. This little jewel, with less than 43,000 people, is one of the most visited cities on the Mediterranean. Dubrovnik transports visitors back to a time when the fortified city was a major maritime power, commanding the third largest navy in the Mediterranean. As you wander the streets, you'll likely come across sculptures of Saint Vallejo, the city's patron saint whose life is celebrated every February. Number 3. Santorini. When it's time to sit back and relax, transport yourself to Santorini, an island in the Aegean. When you visit, you'll understand why this place is regarded as a top vacation spot by leading travel publications. A live volcano, picture postcard villages, and breathtaking sunsets can all be found on the island. See the town of Fira, which is set on a cliff. Wines like the dessert wine Vincanto and produce that is sweeter and tastier due to the soil's volcanic ash content should also be tried. Number 2. Paris. Songs laud Paris in the springtime, but any time of year is a good time to visit this riveting city on the river Seine. It's a city loaded to the brim with history, culture, great food, and high fashion. The iconic Eiffel Tower is one landmark you won't want to miss. The Louvre houses one of the greatest art collections in the world. Its great churches include Sacred Heart and Notre Dame. When it comes to opulence, there's Versailles with its famed Hall of Mirrors. Number 1. Rome. Up until Great Britain, the Romans had outposts all over the world. Nonetheless, they should have paid attention to their hometown regarding edifice construction. The Colosseum, an arena that could accommodate up to 80,000 spectators for gladiator fights, is one must-see landmark. Vatican City, a tiny nation inside the metropolis, is one of the main attractions. Its stunning St. Peter's Basilica, which features artwork by Michelangelo, is a must-see even if you aren't Catholic. The Pope's Wednesday audiences may give you a chance to catch a peek at him. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.